around 2400 BC. So it was some kind of a ritual enclosure that was erected here about 600 years after the passage tombs. And we think it was a roofed structure because on the inside they found 4 internal posts. So they would have supported a roof and was probably of thatch. There was also an entrance into it. The entrance is on the other side there, faces east. At the entrance they found an extra row of posts. So that was some kind of a porch into it. And when they excavated down in the post holes, they found votive offerings. Over 600 fragments of flint were found, and over 400 pieces of this brewed-ware pottery. And they also found a lot of animal bones, burnt and unburnt bones, and they represent cattle and pig. And you know, that's what makes us think it must have been more for rituals and for ceremonies rather than domestic use. But these timber circles are quite common. They're found right across the country. Now, it was also erected just in front of the eastern entrance. So the main entrance is just here under the bridge. The entrance is marked by this large decorative entrance stone. And in the Stone Age, you had to cross over that stone to gain access to the passage. So that was the only way in or out 5,000 years ago. But out in front we have various features. For example, this limestone pillar. Now it had fallen, so it's been put back up. There's stone settings. These are stones that are set out in circular and U-shaped patterns. They're on the ground there. They're in front of the curbstones. So you can see there's U-shaped areas there in front. There's more on the other side here. There's a circular area behind the limestone pillar. We also have this large dish or saucer area just here. That's made up of mostly small, flat and broken stones. And then around the stone settings we have a spread of exotic material. You have this white quartz, there's the egg-shaped grey granite boulders. We also have banded mudstone. So this is probably where rituals or ceremonies took place, maybe at certain times of the year before they went in to deposit the cremated remains inside in the chamber. But it's interesting because there's no quartz or granite found in the Boyne Valley. For the granite, the egg-shaped grey granite boulders, we believe they came from Dundalk Bay. So that's 50 kilometres to the north. And there's a couple of possible locations for the white quartz. One is the Wicklow Mountains, which is south of Dublin, a good 80 kilometres away. And the other location is Rockabill Island. It's a small island off Balbriggan in North County Dublin. It's quite difficult to get out to the island, but there's certainly a lot of quartz there too. So you can imagine how difficult it would have been 5,000 years ago to travel that journey. You know, it's 14 kilometres from here to the Irish Sea, and then they travel north and south along the coast. But all of this material was found here in the old ground surface because all the material from the mound had slipped down and had covered the stone settings and the quartz and the granite. So we believe that this is certainly the way it was placed here 5,000 years ago. So maybe just to decorate the entrance to the tomb, or as I said, probably played a part in rituals that took place at certain times. There was also a lot of megalithic art on the stones here to the left. You know, at the entrance you would have the largest and the most decorative curbstones. This one down here is called the sundial or calendar stone. Curbstone 15 there. You see the 2 holes in it? You look closely then you can see the rays underneath. There's a large spiral just to the right. So many experts believe that this would have been used to mark different times of the day or different times of the year. But I just want to bring you now into a small room that has been constructed within the mound. Now it's a modern room. It was designed just to show us how the mound was built, and I'll talk about the passages and chambers in there. You need to mind your heads coming in. Just take off the sunglasses so you can see where you're going because it's quite dark, and just mind the heads, and you'll be able to look down along the eastern passage from this point. I'm going to finish inside, and when you come out we have steps just over here, and the steps will take you up to the summit of the mound. The views are magnificent from up there, so it's well worth going up. And then afterwards take a walk around the back. The path takes you the whole way around. There's loads to see, and it is absolutely magnificent on a day like this. So take the time then afterwards to explore on your own. The only thing I ask, don't climb on any of the smaller tombs. Okay, obviously for the protection of the monuments, but for your own safety. Okay, so we'll go in. We'll all go in together, okay?